So guys, we've done the home kits. I think it's about time we do the away ones. Guys, welcome back to another video on the channel. Very excited to hop into this one. Now, I can't lie when I say we have got some absolute beauties to go over in today's video. I want to get your thoughts down below on the kits that have been released so far. As of recording, there are only 2 championship clubs, I think, who are yet to release their away kit. Those clubs are Derby County and Coventry. But for everyone else, we're going to be going through their away kits in today's video. Also, we have a couple of home kits to mention that we didn't mention last time that have since been released. First of all, we have this Fulham kit, which, to be honest with you, I'm not a massive fan of. I don't mind the pinstripes, but I think it clashes a little bit with the sponsor, and overall it looks a little bit of a mess to me. 5 out of 10 for that one. The other one to go over was the Blackburn Rovers home kit, which, on the contrary, I'm actually quite a big fan of this one. I think it's quite nice. They got the Lancashire Rose, which is in there. Nice contrast to the colours. I give that a solid 7.5 out of 10. We also had the Luton kits, which have been released as well. This home kit has come out. I've got to say, Umbro have done a really good job with this one. I give that an 8 out of 10. I'm really digging that one. If you do go on to enjoy today's video though, make sure to leave a like. If we could hit 450 likes, that would be massively appreciated. Now, without any further ado, let's hop into these kits. Alright, so let's start out with the Bournemouth kit for the upcoming season. Umbro have kept it fairly simple for this one, but overall I think it's a quite clean looking design. I definitely prefer this away kit to their home kit. If you watch my home kit video, I wasn't particularly digging the home one with the sort of thin stripes that they went for this time around. The away kit, they kept it simple with a couple of nice trimmings and detailings on there. It's by no means the best away kit that we've got out in the Championship this season, but also it's not going to offend anyone either. I give that a good 7 out of 10, I quite like it. Next up we then go to the Barnsley away kit, who have gone green this time with some thin pinstripes, some white and red pinstripes that run through this one. If you watch my other video on the home kit, wasn't really digging that one all particularly too much. They didn't really switch up the home kit all too much from last season, but they've definitely made some changes to this away kit. Now, as the video goes on, you're probably going to pick up from me that I'm not generally the biggest fan of a green away kit, but I mean, this one's not awful, but it's not up there for me. I give that one a 6 out of 10. I do prefer that to the Barnsley home kit, but going off some of the other kits that are about to come in this video, yeah, it wouldn't be up there for me personally. Next up, we're going to head to the Birmingham away kit. Now, I like a lot about what Nike have done here with this one. I rate the switch up to the yellow. The blue pinstripes, I think, is a nice touch on this one as well. And then the blue around the neck and the sleeves as well is also a nice touch. I've just got one problem with this shirt, and it's the fact that the pinstripes stop halfway down to just go ahead and fit the sponsor into that sort of block in the middle, and then they carry on through the bottom. If they'd gone all the way down, then this one could have been an absolute beauty of a shirt, because I like the rest of it really. It's just like one minute detail which throws me off a little bit on this one. It's not enough to ruin the shirt, but it's enough to not make me go for like a real high number on this one, so I'll go around, I think, a 7 for this one. Next we then go to the Blackburn Rovers away kit. Now, in terms of the style, they've kept this one exactly the same as the home kit. They've just switched up the colours for this one, and I think it works perfectly well. The black and the red balance each other out really well. It's a nice sort of half and half contrast. Once again, they've got the Lancashire Rose on this one on the black hand side of it. The white around the neck looks good. I don't think that this one's particularly like ruined with the sponsor either. The black and red half and half just looks really clean together for me. I'm giving that one an 8 out of 10. I do think that's a nice looking kit, to be fair. Next we then head to the Blackpool away kit for the season. Now, I must admit, I am a bigger fan of this one than I am their home kit. I wasn't very kind to that one in that video if you've seen it. They've got the same sort of lines that run across this one, but without that weird pattern which I wasn't really digging on the home shirt. So I do prefer it to their home shirt, but it's not going to be winning any awards for the best away kit in the league anytime soon either. 6 out of 10 for me for that one. Next up we then go to the Bristol City away kit. Now, as we'll tell, you know, the further we get into this video, black away kits are definitely in for championship clubs this season, and on the whole, I'm a massive fan of them. However, there's a few things that I've got a problem with this shirt for. Number one, like we mentioned with the home kit, is the massive badge in the middle, which I'm not 100% sold on. International football, sure. Club football, yeah. But the other thing is the massive sponsor, which is just whacked into the middle of the shirt there. That massive, gigantic M, I really feel takes something away from this one. It had potential, but those two factors really ruined this one for me. 5 out of 10. Not a fan. Next up, we'll go to the Cardiff City shirt. Now, I think it's fair to say that this one is better than the home kit for me, which is at least something. I'm still having nightmares about that Cardiff home shirt. Honestly, awful. Now, this away kit had a bit of potential for me if they'd done a couple things differently. If they'd fully committed to like a pink kit, this one could have looked very nice. Instead, they've sort of gone for a bit more of like a washed down like salmon colour to it and then put these lines through it. I do think it's a better looking one than the home kit, but it's definitely not my favourite of the season. I'd go around a 6 out of 10 for that one. Maybe that's me being kind to it. Nah, around 6 out of 10 I think for that one. It could have been better though. Next we'll then go for the Fulham away kit. Now you'll have seen at the start of the video, the Fulham home kit isn't doing it for me this year, but they've sort of brought it back with their away kit. I think this one is a much cleaner looking shirt. The sponsor fits into this one better, as they've just sort of left that white for this one and not gone for like a weird multicoloured pattern which clashes with the rest of the shirt. Now I am putting this up against all the other black away kits which are still to come in today's video, and going off of what I've got them rated, I'd probably give this one a 7 out of 10. It is a nice looking kit, but not quite on the level of some of the others that we've got to come. Huddersfield Town are up next. Now if you watch my Championship home rankings video, you'll know that I ranked their home kit as the best in the Championship for me. I thought that one was an absolute beauty. Have they delivered with their away kit as well? Honestly, I think they put a decent attempt in with this one. Between the two of them, I definitely prefer the home kit, but that's not to take anything away from this one. It was a nice kit launch that they did as well to sort of dedicate it to the NHS workers. They avoided falling into a trap with this kit as well. You'll know how much I hate those like seatbelt kits, but they've not done that with this one. They've instead got the line running right down it. And it's a funky little pattern that they've got going on there as well. Out of 10, I'd give that a... I'm between a 7 and an 8, so probably around a 7.5. But yeah, solid effort there from Umbro. I like that one. Next up, we are going to Hull City, and prepare yourselves because the video is about to peak right here, right now. Bang. Oh my god. I mean, there have been a lot of Championship clubs who have released some black kits so far this season. Some have got them right, some have got them wrong. Hull City have absolutely nailed it with this away kit. Now, the home kit, I wasn't particularly digging all too much, but they've more than made up for it here, Umbro, with this absolute beauty of an away kit. The black on black, absolutely everything looks brilliant with this kit. I can't pick a flaw with it. Dortmund sort of set the trend in recent years to go with these like blackout kits and stuff like that, and I can't help but feel like if, say this was like an Ajax shirt or something like that, this would be regarded as an absolute classic all around. But yeah, Hull and Umbro here have absolutely smashed this one, and for a rating out of 10, this one gets a 10 from me. We're not beating that this season. We are not finding a better Championship kit than this one right here. Coming up next, we then go to the Luton Town away kit. It's another one which is made by Umbro here, and I can't lie, I absolutely love this one as well. This is such a striking kit that's so different and out there, and they could have gone wrong with this one, you know, this could have come off as really ugly and stuff like that, but this is just another kit which absolutely works. It's got so much going on, it's so chaotic and scattered all over that it just comes together to form a brilliant kit for me. Umbro are certainly picking things up at this stage of the video, because out of 10 for that one, I'm going to give that a 9 out of 10. I'm honestly really digging that one. Next up, we then head to the Middlesbrough away kit for the season. Home kit, massively a fan of. Away kit, it's a little bit just like meh. This one, for me, sort of really, Hummel have done an alright job with it. It's not a bad kit by any means, but it's not really like grabbing my attention. The worst thing a kit can be at the end of the day is just a little bit boring, and I'm sort of getting those vibes from this one. So for a rating out of 10, you're looking around the 5 for me. We're going to Millwall up next, and to their new away kit for the season, and we're dragging the levels right back up in the video because this one from Macron here is a really clean looking kit. Sometimes simple shirts with a few little details here and there pay off. Sometimes they drift into being boring, but this one doesn't fall into that category. I think this one's a really nice looking kit. Now, as we all know, and like we discussed on last time's video, a collar can either make or break a shirt, and in this case, I think it makes it. I think it looks really nice on this one. I actually think I prefer this one to their home kit. 8 out of 10 for this one. Really strong entry here. Coming up next, we then go to the Nottingham Forest away kit, and Macron are keeping the levels right up there in the video because this one is another absolute beauty for the season. The pink splash on the black kit with the red trimmings that it's got going on about it, and then the white sponsor on it. Everything looks great on this shirt right here. I love the sort of faded effects and how it transitions out over the shirt with the paint. It's a fairly simple looking sponsor which doesn't like ruin the shirt or anything like that. I think this one might might be another 9 out of 10 for me. It's right up there with the Luton kit in terms of one of my other favourites, but not quite on that level of Hull City. And we are keeping a very similar theme here for the Peterborough away kit for this season, which is made by Puma. Peterborough's home kit I was a little bit sort of hit and miss on. Away kit though, I am digging much more. It's similar to the Forest kit in terms of colour scheme and stuff like that, but they've gone about this one in a slightly different way. But it's another really strong entry to today's list, which I'm also quite a big fan of, to be honest with you. Pink and black just blends together really well, doesn't it? And then you've got the other white bits on the kit which also look quite nice, and it sort of makes it pop with the other colours that it's got going on here. I think I slightly prefer the Forest kit, but this one's still right up there for me. I'd still give this one like an 8.6 out of 10. Nice kit. Oh, but coming up next we then have the QPR away kit, and this is just banger after banger after banger, because this one is another absolute stunner here from QPR. I love the home kit. Love the home kit that QPR have got this year. But I think this black away kit might top it, and it's black and gold as well, and I'm an absolute sucker for a black and gold kit. This North End kit right here might be one of my favourites from years gone by, just because of the black and gold colour design to it. I absolutely love these kind of kits, and this is what QPR have gone with here. I'm giving this one a 9.5 out of 10. That's right up there in terms of one of the best kits that's been released this year. Beauty. And then after that we sort of have to bring the energy of the video down a little bit, because next up we're going to this. Oh, Nike. What are you doing? What are you doing to us? This is hideous. This is easily, hands down, the worst Preston kit of the last decade. Probably more than that. I can't put into words just how much I actually hate this kit. Like, it makes me angry to look at. At this point, I'm basically the SpongeBob meme where I'm looking out the window at every other championship club who's got a banging away kit this year, and then we're left with this one. Rating out of 10, 1 out of 10. The only reason I'm giving it that number 1 is because it's got the Preston badge on it. If it wasn't for that, this would be getting a 0. Truly awful. Let's move on. So to drag the levels back up again, we are next up going to the Reading away kit for the season, who have gone for a little bit of a throwback design. Now, I've got a few things to say about this one because it's literally just been released as I'm recording this video, so this one's still very fresh for me. And I can't lie, when I first saw it, I don't think I was really digging it too much. But then I looked at it a second time and thought, oh, I can maybe see the appeal of it. I looked at it again and thought, actually that's quite a nice kit. And I'm looking at it again now, and I can't stop staring at it because I actually think I love it. It's grown on me in a matter of like the last hour of it being released or something. The only thing I wasn't digging about it originally were the sort of light blue like armbands that sort of stretch around, which I wasn't sure about. But the more I'm looking at them now, the more I think it sort of fits in and makes this one look a little bit more funky and different. I think this one's going to continue to grow on me. For the time being, I'm going to give it an 8.5 out of 10, but that might continue to grow on me, like I say. It is a nice kit. Next up then we go to the Sheffield United away kit, who have come out with a fairly clean looking black away kit for the season. Another championship club who's gone for a black away kit this time around. It's clearly a trend. They have gone for that seatbelt look across it, which, as you'll know by this point of the video, I'm not the biggest fan of. But it's not a kit breaker, because it's not like, you know, that they put like, I don't know, a massive red, you know, stripe across it or something like that. It's a little bit more subtle, which you can accept. And overall, it is a clean looking kit. 8 out of 10. Next up, we then go to the Stoke away kit. If you don't know by this point of the video that I don't rate a green away kit, then you probably should. Having said that, of all the green away kits that have been released in the Championship this season, I would have this as the best one. The closest comparison that we can draw to is the Barnsley kit, who have also gone with a similar sort of design with the pinstripes on the green. I do sort of prefer this one. I think this one's a little bit easier on the eye with the sort of design pattern that they've gone for this one, but I can never justify putting a green away kit like as one of my real favourites. So out of 10, 6.2 out of 10. Next up, as the penultimate kit on today's list, we have the Swansea City away shirt. I like what they did with the home one, and I think the away kit might be even better. It's another black design, but in terms of the black kits that we've had this season, this one's right up there. I also think that the new badge really pops on this kit, especially. Like, if they had their badge from last season on this one, I don't think that it would have looked quite as nice. It definitely wouldn't have popped as much as this one does. I like the other effect that they got running on throughout the shirt as well. There's some other nice detailings. The sponsor looks quite clean. I think this one might be another 9 out of 10 from me. You know, there's so many kits this season that are right up there, and this is another one for me. Yeah, 9 out of 10. And then to wrap up today's video, we are going to the West Brom away kit, and I hate to sound like a broken record, but it's another absolute beauty of a black away kit here, isn't it? I said before that I'm a fan of black and gold kits. I also think that black and red is quite a nice combo as well, and West Brom are definitely pulling this one off here. I think the checkered pattern also works quite well for this colour as well, and the whole design scheme that they've gone for. And it's another one which is right up there. I'm going to give this one a 8.9 out of 10 just because I can't justify giving out this many 9s in a video, but it's another one that's up there. It's a really nice looking kit. But guys, there we have it. Those are my rankings for the Championship away kits which have been released so far. If you'd like to see another video where I rank the goalkeeper kits and the third kits that have been released, then make sure to leave a like on today's video. In terms of my favourite away kits for the season, Hull's definitely number 1. Number 2, I'd say is QPR, and number 3, I'd probably go Luton. You know, I'm a real sucker for that one. Worst away kit of the season, hands down, is the Preston one. You won't be seeing me buy that this year, make no mistakes about that. But I always welcome your guys' feedback in the comments down below. I'm interested to see which you think are the best and worst kits that have been released this season. Apart from that though guys, that will now wrap it up for today's video. So if you did go on to enjoy, make sure to leave a like and do stick around and subscribe for a bit of regular Championship content. Apart from that, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you all in the next one.